Hi guys, good morning. My name is Niladri Mukherjee and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice here in Guelph, Ontario. Can I come to Canada without a language score? Can I come to Canada without IELTS? Can I come to Canada without CELPIP or any French test? That's a very common question that we again receive every single day. Now my answer to that would be, it depends. Why do you want to come to Canada? Right? For example, if you would like to come to Canada just for visit, if you want to get a tourist visa, obviously you do not need a language score, right? But what if you want to come to Canada to work? If you want to get a work permit, if you want to get a study permit, then obviously your language score is very important. I know there are a lot of colleges that gives you the admission letter if you want to come to Canada as for study for that purpose. I know a lot of colleges in Canada that will give you the admission letter, but you have to really understand that getting an admission letter is only maybe 30 or 40% of the job done. The real job starts after you get the admission letter. You have to convince the immigration officers that your English is so good, or maybe you're coming from a country where the English is the first language, that the government exempt you from taking a language test. And I can tell you, I have done many applications from people of many different countries. Even if English is your first language, unless and until you're coming from maybe the very specific part of the EU or Australia, unless and until English is your first language, you will probably have to go for a language test. And it's always a good idea to go for a language test from the very beginning, because what if you submit an application and then wait for a few months to get a decision, and then suddenly you see an email on your inbox saying that your application is refused because the officers do not believe that your language score, your language ability is appropriate enough for you to be able to come to Canada as a student. So it's always better to take your language test. I know it's no fun to spend $300-400 and maybe take a few language course and then appear for IELTS, then appear for CELPIP. But it's always better to take your language test before you decide what to come for. For example, if you want to come to Canada as a student, it's always a good idea to take a IELTS academic version if English is obviously your first language, or a CELPIP, right? If you want to come to Canada again for immigration purposes, or if you want to apply for a work permit, it's always better to take the IELTS general version or the CELPIP, because CELPIP doesn't really have a difference between academic and general. So can you come to Canada as a student or worker without IELTS? The very short and the easy answer to that would be probably no. You can, many exceptions apply, but probably you should not take your chances. You should always take a language test and then decide whether your language score is enough for you to apply as a student, or if you have a job offer, then whether that gives you an opportunity to apply for a work permit or not. If no, I strongly suggest give yourself a little bit of time, spend that extra money, take the language test, and only then, once you're fully prepared, then start your application process. It's absolutely disheartening to start something for the sake of starting it, knowing that it may get rejected, and then ultimately see the rejection email, right? So we should do our part. As I always say, we should do our part. We should do our part well. And obviously the decision lies on the government of Canada as far as any immigration or visa to concern. But that doesn't mean that, we should not do our part. So language test, 100% yes. See you in the next video. Bye.